A special thank you to my patrons who make this sort of content possible by supporting me. If you're interested in supporting me and getting your name on videos just like these lovely people, you can click the link in the description. Thank you so much for your support. Hello, welcome, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fighter Jet Roundtable Season 3 Bonus Round 4. We're doing another space round, this time focusing on space fighters rather than space warships, as it were. And we have several new spacecraft for you to take a look at this time. So without any further ado and rambling by me, let's go ahead and get on down to the long-term isolation experiment and see what we have in store for all of you today. So here we are, and you might be saying to yourself, Kaz, why did it take so long to do this? Well, because we didn't have that many submissions. It took a long time, and a lot of people didn't want to submit for another space round. So I have learned my lesson, and probably won't do space rounds much in the future, if ever again, honestly. It's just so scuffed. It's functional, but that's about it. As far as other things, well, be honest, people were also going through finals and other things for their stuff, but let's not worry too much about that. Let's instead take a look at our aircraft, well, spacecraft today. So, first over here, we have the Iron Bible EZ-044 Zabat, sent in by Spectrum. Pretty cool looking craft, is just at the maximum size for in any direction a craft can be. As far as weaponry, we see that it's got those HEKV missiles, it's got some lasers here, and it's also got some turrets hiding underneath the wing there, some chain gun turrets, so this thing is pretty beefy, expecting it to take a bit of a beating. So, over here we have the SA-06 Star Shadow, sent in by Android Elite. Very stealthy looking aircraft, honestly looks kind of Romulan, which I think is funny. It is loaded with, you can't really see them because they are internal, located with HEKVs and arbalesks. It is very much a stealth aircraft, well, stealth craft anyway, and it is loaded with LAMS systems for missile defense. Otherwise, it is the stealthiest aircraft we have. And then over here, sent in by Maximus Light, we have the XR-01V5 Shiden SR. Also loaded with HEKVs and pulse lasers. This plane, I should say, because it has been tested to work in atmosphere as well as for the space round. So with some minor refitting, it could potentially work for a standard round as well. Very cool on Max. Of course, because of that, it is missing some things it might otherwise have, but either way, a very nice, very sleek-looking craft, if I do say so myself. Much, much better than the Goblin Shark. Very, very cool looking, very nimble. And then, we have two aircraft over here, sent in by callsign Blaze. We have the VF-30A, which is this one here, the white and red, and then we have the VF-821 Echo, which is the blue and black one. Each of these is using different engines. This one is using TRTE engines, and as you can see is loaded with a single arbalest torpedo, a bunch of HEKVs, and Vulcan turrets, which are there in the front. Instead of standard guns, it is using those turreted guns. And that thing is loaded to wreck stuff with missiles from range. Also, should be able to go quite fast with those engines. Is a little unstable, so I've seen in testing and things. Also had to set the min range correctly on the LAMs. Over here, the Echo is set up much the same way. Lots of missiles, as we can see. Many of those are internal. But it also has these anti-air turrets and a ballista torpedo. Which is kinetic in nature. Might not help so much against these small, very nimble craft, but you never know. It's also using these X-44 Matic engines from OPT, which is an interesting choice. No one else has used them, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how those fare. Either way, those will be our competitors. We actually have a normal-size episode this time with 4 entrants. Holy moly. So, let's hang on to your butts, kids, because we're going to get them into the black. So here we are for round 1. Let's go ahead and start our competition. We have Callsign Blaze on Team A and Maximus Light on Team B. Let's go ahead, get down here, and turn on the auto cam. Hopefully we'll see some interesting stuff. I've been noticing there have been some issues with the sheet ends basically flying off into nowhere land. Effectively, they fly too far, and then they explode. Ooh, and a quick kill there. Leaves the Echo as the only aircraft, well, spacecraft, whatever. The Echo is the only one of its kind left on the field. It's got a bunch of HEKVs coming its way, though. And still having some issues. Go ahead and just maybe turn up that speed a little bit. At least get them back on track. Uh-oh, that's not a good place to be going. The Echo seems to be heading for the ground. Unfortunately, I have to keep increasing that speed. Because they appear to be unaffected by space friction. That being said, the Echo is basically out of fuel. It's using monopropellant, trying to slow itself down and get it back towards the thing, but it's not doing very well. Sheet ends, however, are technically still capable of fighting. That being the case, I'm going to call it in favor of the sheet ends, as this thing is just going to drift, and I don't want them to drift outside of combat range and explode. So, round 1, rather anticlimactically, will be going to the sheet ends. Here we are for round 2. Let's go ahead and start that competition. Get them moving toward each other. Sheet ends are up 1. This is still a best of 3. So, in theory, the VF-30s had a chance to turn things around. Getting close. Let's go ahead and hit that auto cam. Get them in. A whole lot for them to see at the moment. Looks like they're having trouble finding the sheet, and nope, there it is. HEKVs are now getting ready to fire. That one didn't get stuck, that's good news. Sheet ends firing theirs as they begin to close in. Laser's able to actually take those out as they're coming in. That's good. Although it seems like they're getting stuck. Sheet ends fly by at high speed. Oh! Those HEKVs are moving so fast. Those laser systems don't have a chance to defend. Sheet ends are, however, moving by very quickly. Oh! And the VF-30 absolutely pummeled by the sheet ends as they zip by at ludicrous speeds. Luckily, they will not. Oh! One of the sheet ends, the duplicate sheeting getting hit. Still has to cancel all that momentum. real question we should be asking ourselves is it going to be able to do that before it flies off into nowhere land? Well, you saw that as much as I did. She done nuked everything! Nuked it so bad, I can't even switch to that, even though it's still technically there. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna say the Shiden loses that one, which means technically we're going to a round 3. Oh boy. So as we head into round 3 here between these things, let's hope things go well. And the VF-30 is just very, very squirrely. Just does not want to stay straight on target, that's for sure. Gecko, because it doesn't have as much thrust, definitely seems to be more stable. Could also be due to the position of those RCS jets. Meanwhile, the Shidens have no such problems. Oh, we've got HEKVs firing for most of the craft now. And Shiden, managing to intercept some of those enemy missiles. The F-30 getting hit again. Not good. That's normally the first one to go down. Its anti-missile systems have taken a beating. Oh! That is not good. The F-30 is now the only enemy aircraft around. And it's dead! That means that your winner for the first bout is the Shiden. Which means I get to deal with more of its jank. Oh, I hope you're happy, Max. So here we are for round 2. We have Spectrum versus Android. Let's go ahead and start that competition now. There we go. Good luck to both of these craft. And already the Star Shadows are firing their weapons at maximum range. Now again, the Star Shadow is very, very stealthy. It is incredibly unique among all the other aircraft here. Zavat is also very heavy and well armed and armored. So this will be... well, this will be an interesting fight. It will take a while for things to really start kicking off. Those HEKVs, though, are firing at max range. They will have the full amount of time it takes for them to accelerate. They will be moving very fast by the time they hit those targets. Subbots just, we can see that the HEKVs are now starting to close in. Trying to evade those missiles. It's firing with those anti-laser systems. Those will, however, quickly burn out. Now all it's got left is chaff. It's lost its wings, and yet it still continues to fly. Or is it falling in style? It does look, in fact, like it is falling in style, as it is continuing to lose altitude at an alarming rate. The other bat taking an enormous pounding from the Star Shadow. Star Shadow just does not care. Iron Bible already taken out. Means we've only got one Zabat left. And it is not looking long for this world, as it were. Still got that final laser system trying to use it. It's having some problems staying straight and narrow there. Star Shadow is out of weapons. I'm just taking hit after hit from those missiles. Loses one of its engines and is shredded. Star Shadow wins round 1. And here we are for round 2. Let's go ahead and start those competitions. And for start, there we go. All right, hit that auto cam. Actually, we might not use the auto cam this time. Just do it good old manually. I say, as it shifts anyway. That's okay. So, the interesting thing about all of this is that the Zabats can't even detect the Star Shadow at the distance that it's at. It has no way to do so. And because of that, it's basically just going to float there while the Star Shadow flies in and unloads all of its weaponry. Downside is, it also only has, well, missiles. It doesn't have anything else. So, because it only has missiles, if the missiles fail to kill the target... Oh yeah, if the missiles fail to kill the target, what that means is effectively, they're kind of disqualified. HEKVs now coming in on the Zabats. There we go. I can't even focus on them because I have incoming missiles turned off on the camera tools. There we go. That'll make things at least a little more interesting for this particular fight. Oh, wings gone. How's the other Zabat doing? Not great. Not great at all. Missile flies by. Flies off into the sunset. Star Shadow there. Just hitting hit after hit there with those HEKVs. One of the Star Shadows is down. Or, sorry, one of the Zabats is down. The second Zabat over here now just absolutely taking a beating from those HEKVs. And if the HEKVs don't kill it, I'm pretty sure that Arbalest torpedo will take it out no problem. Doesn't even have a chance. Well, very deciding there, you have to ask me. Star Shadow wins round 2. And here we are, the finals of bonus round number 4. We have Android Elite versus Maximus Light. The Star Shadow versus the Shidens. Let's see which one of these craft is going to win today's episode. Now, interestingly enough, the Star Shadows are very, very stealthy, which means no matter how speedy the Shidens are, well, they're still going to have to contend with the missile power of the Star Shadows. However, between the two of these craft, the only one that has any kind of close-range weaponry is, in fact, well, this one right here. As you can see, it's got pulse lasers. Now, whether or not it actually is able to use those effectively, we'll have to wait and see. speed. Alright, so now it should function correctly. Star Shadow still moving in. Does have the weapon selected. Not sure if it has everything. Yep, there it does. It's got its lock. It's now going to be firing. Star Shadow's now launching their weapons. And, interestingly enough, the Star Shadow is within detection range there now. HEKV is being launched at the Star Shadow. Ooh! Both of these craft, very meta for this round, as it were. You have an incredibly fast craft that is going to be very difficult to hit. And then you have another one that's not very fast, but is very stealthy. Uh-oh, not good! I am watching those sheet ends, though, because if they go far enough away, I will kill them. And yes, it's on them to stay within the engagement zone. That one appears to just be, it is slowing down, but is it going to slow down enough? Doesn't look like it. Nope. That Sheeten is the only one that's left. And it has destroyed my camera capability. Love it. That Sheeten is too far away. It dies. So, that means your winner for round 1 is the Star Shadow. And here we are for what could be the final fight between these two craft. Let's go ahead and get the competition going. There it is. Competition starts. Good luck, fellas. You're gonna need it. Well, that's more the Sheeten is gonna need it, because the Sheeten seems to be having the most problems here. It likes to fly away and never return. I think I can empathize with that, honestly. I really think I can. And look at that! Star Shadows firing their weapons at the sheet ends. Star Shadow's managing to take out a large number of those HEKVs, but just can't kill enough of them. They're oversaturating the laser defense. Star Shadow getting pummeled by the HEKVs. Star Shadow down. This Star Shadow has... it's literally just a cockpit. And it is a surprise turn of events. The Sheeten manages to win round 2. That means we're going to a round 3. Here we are, the final round. Let's go ahead and get them fighting. Will it be the Star Shadow or the Sheeten that comes out on top? Honestly, I can't say. Both these craft have proven to be fairly capable. Sheeten itself turns out to be fairly stealthy. Not sure how to feel about that. Stealthy little plane. I mean, it is incredibly small. The Star Shadow, on the other hand, is fairly large, despite the fact that it is very stealthy. However, it does have, it has targeted craft and has the HEKV selected. HEKV now firing on those sheet ends. And as they start getting closer, sheet ends are detecting stuff and firing their weapons as well. Ooh! Star Shadow managing to use those lasers to take down a lot of those incoming missiles. Star Shadow taking damage from the sheet ends. But it's not dead yet. Star Shadow's having that overlapping field of fire, still not enough to drop those weapons. Oh no! Cockpit dropped! It has no means to do anything. I will take it out to save on performance. This Star Shadow also has been decapitated! That is most unfortunate. Star Shadow is literally just a cockpit. Well, goodbye, Star Shadow. Well, that means, ladies and gentlemen, your winner. Oh, God. I'm so glad that's over with. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, for bonus round 4 is the Shiden, sent in by Maximus Light. As I recall, I think Max also won the other bonus round in space. So I guess since this is the last space round, that means that Maximus Light is the king of space. Congratulations, King. Either way, I have been Kaz. And I hope you've enjoyed this very, very scuffed space round. Tune in next time for more normal episodes of FJRT. But until then, I have been Kaz. And I look forward to seeing more building and more blasting in the future. Until then, it is Kaz, signing out. Have a lovely day.